everyone, and welcome back to Yachts for Sale. I know it's been a minute since the last video from me. It's actually been David holding down at the fort for the last few videos. He's been running around to Parma and Italy, filming some really cool walkthrough videos for you guys. Also been busy though. I just came back from the Marche region in Italy to visit some of the shipyards down there, and then I had the pleasure of going to see the historic Riva Yard in Sanico, which was absolute Riva heaven. They had some vintage aquaramas all the way back from the 60s, which was very special to see. And I also got to fly in a private jet for the first time ever as part of a collaboration between Riva and FlexJet. It was a Gulfstream G650 if you're an aviation fan, which I'm not. I'm actually a bit of a nervous flyer, but it was a pretty cool experience nonetheless. But now I'm back in the Monaco office and I've been catching up on all the yacht news, and June has been a pretty busy month. So let's dive into the biggest yacht stories of the month. First up, a very hush-hush project that started to make some serious waves. Lersin's project Deep Blue has been launched, and at 134 meters or 440 feet, this one's massive. She will be, according to my calculations, about the 26th longest yacht in the world. We know extremely little about her, but she's been really catching attention for this turquoise glazed exterior, with some people saying she looks similar to Chaos. Personally, I don't see that as much apart from the colour, but I think it could possibly be a Lobanov project, Lobanov being the designer behind Chaos, of course, but it also wouldn't surprise me if Nuvolari Leonard or maybe even Raymond Langton was responsible for the exterior either. All I really have for you in terms of numbers is a gross tonnage of around 9,000, and the build started in 2021. But as soon as we know more, I will of course let you know. Now here's one I definitely didn't see coming. So Ferrari is building a yacht. Now this isn't the first time that Ferrari has ventured into on-the-water projects, but it is the first time that they've gone into a yacht with this level of tech and innovation. So this is a foiling project of about 30.5 meters, and she is called Ferrari Hypersale. This is a prototype vessel, and she's supposed to be completely energy self-sufficient, using solar, wind and kinetic to harness power with no combustion in sight. Ferrari has already filed about 9 patents for this design, with more still to come. Now we don't yet know if any yacht builders in the mainstream are working on this project yet, but it's apparently already in builds. Now I don't know anything for sure, but the rumours that I've heard about who might be involved in the build are San Lorenzo, Persico or possibly Wally, but as I said, that is all speculation, and by 2026 we should see this yacht on the water. It's very exciting. Next up, a successful launch from Cantieri de la Marche. Their latest Explorer yacht, Haze 2, is about 43 meters, and she's owned by British entrepreneur and successful businessman Steve Rigby. So I saw this boat along with a couple of others under construction in Ancona just last week, and I just love the look of these CDMs. I think they've done such a nice job at making them look hardy and capable while still being clearly very elegant and Italian. And it's worth noting that the interiors on this particular model are by UK-based studio Lawson Robb. I also really like Cantieri de la Marche, and I'm not the only one. The shipyard is the global leader of Explorer yacht production, outpacing yards like Damen Yachting and Nordhaven in terms of the number of units sold. Now another Bayesian update for you, and I'm going to keep this one quite brief because it's already been reported a few times and I've also talked about it a lot on this channel. But this is a pretty big milestone, and it's the update that Beijing has now been raised and secured on dry land. She's now up on the hard at Termini Imerese in Sicily, and the rest of the investigation will commence soon. Now one thing worth noting is that it looks like all the hatches and doors had been sealed shut when the yacht went down, so the exact cause of this disaster is still largely unknown. Some very exciting news from Fedship now. So the 118.8 metre or about 390 foot fuel cell powered Fredship Breakthrough has become the first superyacht in the world to be supplied with liquid hydrogen. So the milestone took place in the Netherlands in the port of Amsterdam, but Port Vauban in Antibes is now also offering liquid hydrogen bunkering. This is a big breakthrough, if you'll pardon the pun, for the world of hydrogen propulsion and fuel cells and superyachting. So you know that one of the big barriers with this propulsion type is actually being able to get it on board yachts in a way that's safe and also accessible. And these operations are already proving that the infrastructure around more eco-friendly fuels is slowly coming into place. A spokesperson for the company involved in the hydrogen bunkering said, "As ports and shipping lines seek sustainable energy solutions, hydrogen will play a crucial role in decarbonising global trade routes. The deployment of Breakthrough proves that the transition is already underway." So Breakthrough is now down here on the French Riviera, and I'm yet to take my first proper look at her, but I'm curious to know what you feel about Breakthrough. Personally, I think that the design is beautiful and elegant, but for me, just a little bit simple. So let me know what you guys think. Okay, and finally, staying in the Netherlands with a big launch from Ocean Co. Another head turner has just hit the water. It is the 110 metre or 364 feet Y726, and she's just launched. And while the yard is staying fairly quiet about the details, the exterior looks absolutely amazing, very dreamy indeed. It's tons of glass, sweeping lines, and a gorgeous aft-deck pool. The design is from a combination of Espen Oino, Mark Berriman, and Lateral Naval Architects. She's still a bit of a mystery, but definitely one to watch, especially because there's actually a second Ocean Co of the same length, also launching later this year with a very similar design team. And that wraps up June's biggest yacht stories. If you enjoyed the update, go ahead and like, subscribe, and maybe even hit that little bell so you don't miss what's coming next. I've got more videos on the way, including a very fun walkthrough of a pocket superyacht from Italy that packs some serious punch. In fact, it might already be live on the channel now, and you don't want to miss that one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. All done, apart from some bad pronunciation of Marche. We need David here to tell us. Do you know what I'm doing this week? I am getting my driving license, hopefully, fingers crossed. Got my driving test this week, so I'll let you know how it goes.